Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Odoo Discussions YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about something that is small in size but huge in impact, the use of context in Odoo. So if you have ever worked on multi-language support or passing values between methods or setting default values, you have probably used the context in Odoo, maybe even without realizing its full power. So let's dive in to discuss in detail. So first of all, what is the context? So in simple words, context in Odoo is a dictionary that carries extra information along with your method calls, record set, and actions. It is not stored in the database. It is temporary but super useful for customizing. So in order to show you how the context looks like, so let me just run the Odoo service and open the Odoo in interactive terminal so that we can see practically that how the context looks like. So in order to run the Odoo through the interactive terminal, so you need to run this command. So Odoo discussion v16 is the database name. This is the path to the configuration file. So you need to use the shell command to open this interactive terminal. From here, you can interact with the database directly from the terminal. Okay, so let me show you. So if we run this command self.env.context, which you might know. So here, this you will see this dictionary. This dictionary is actually the global context, and when a user logged in, this context will be updated like this. So this is the current language of the user, the current time zone of the user, and this is the current ID of the user. So we can use this context for different purposes. So for example, let me show you one use of the context to set the default values from the action. So currently, if I when I try to create a new record from here, let me see. So all these values are empty. So if you want to set some default value for the context from the action, so you can just open the action, and here in the context, you can pass the value to that field. But you need to use the keyword default, default, and then the name of the parameter. So for example, I want to set the default name here, Odoo discussions, like this, and just save it. Okay, and now if I try to create a new record, let me refresh the Odoo browser. Now when I try to create a new record, you can see the title is automatically updated to Odoo discussion. The same way I can update the responsible, the date, all these things are automatically by setting the context value. Like we can pass the context from here from the action. So you can pass multiple values. This is not limited to this. You can even disable the create button, the edit button. So if I want to like disable the create button, I can just pass create and make it 0. Okay, deactivate it and save. Okay, so now let me refresh this. This button will disappear. You can see the create button is no longer available, and the same way you can do the other things, like if you want to remove the edit button, you can also like just see like edit and make it false like this, and you can remove the duplicate button. All these things you can do from here. Okay, so this is just simple. Now you can like another important thing is that you can get the translation of any field in a language that is not the current language of the user. So for example, the current language of the user is English, but I have multi-language setup, which is Arabic and English, and I need to get the translation in Arabic also. So what you can do for this is like in this case, this field description and title are translatable. So if you go to the translation, you can see this is the Arabic term for this title, and the same goes for the description. So now I want to get the translation in Arabic. Is the login user current language is still English. So how we can do it? So for example, I can use the context. So if I say like first I will get the course serve dot env. Here I need to put the model name, which is od open academy dot course. Let me just get the first course. Okay. The model name is not correct. Let me copy it. Okay, and let me print course. You can see the course. This is the first course. So if I want to get the name of the course, you can see it is in English. If I want to get it in Arabic, like in another language, I can use with context, and in the context I can pass the language and then the code of the language. So you can get the code of the language from here, which is this one. Okay, and then you can pass it here, and here you need to put the name of the field, which is name. So you can see we can get the name like this. So we can also use the context keyword here in order to get the whole record set in the specific language. So for example, if I write here like this dot with context and pass here language and then the code of the language, which is this one. Okay, so if I hit enter, now if I get it like name just without context, it will return me the Arabic term for this course. And also if I like write description, it will return the Arabic term for this description also. So whatever field you get using this with context, you will get it in the language which is specified in the context. So the same way you can update the values for the keywords in another language. So for example, let me show you here another course, which is this one. So here we have not specified the translation for these terms. So if I want to add the translation for these terms, so let me just search for Google Translate to translate it in Arabic. Okay, and then write it here like this. So I want to update this translation keyword here in this term using the Python. Okay, so how you can do it? You can use the context the same way. So first of all, let me get the course. Okay, like this. So what is the course ID here? It is 2, you can see, and I will put 2. Now I want to update the course name using with context, and here I will pass this language is equal to Arabic, and I can use the write method to update the name and description. Okay, so I will first update the name using the Arabic to this term, sorry, like this, and then hit enter. Okay, so let me get the value in Arabic now for this name dot name. You can see it is now translated in Arabic. Okay, so this is how you can update the translation for any field using Python for any specific language. So there are other uses of this like context. For example, you want to pass the values from one method to another. So let me choose a better example here. Okay, so here we have the write method and we have this log session tracking. So here we can pass the context to this method, and we can use that context using some computation, like we can use some condition or in any other places. Let's just use this example to like pass the context. So we can pass the context like this, and here we can use any context, like we can pass like example context equal to true, like this. Okay, so this context will be passed to this method, and we can get this context here to see the detail. self.env.context. So let's just print the whole context and see how it looks like. So we need to restart Odoo service to see these changes. And now what we'll do, we'll make changes in the session. Okay, so for example, if I make any change here, let's see. So here you can see this is the default context, like language, time zone, UID, allowed companies, and the extra context that we passed here is this one. So example context is this. So we can use this context to like do some restrictions or some condition. We can use it in everywhere. And another use of the context is to like print the report in specific language. Like let me go here and let me see. So for example, in this case, we have this report, print course. Okay, so currently this course is in English. So if you want to print it in a specific language, like in the user language, so let me show you here this report. So here you can see I have specified that it should be printed in the language whatever the responsible user have, and pass this language to the report template. And here we can use the with context keyword to get the values in a specific language. In this case, whatever the user have the language, like the responsible user, and it will give the whole report in that specific language. Keep in mind that it will only print the language translation for the fields which are already translated. So now let me change the language of the user. For example, in this case, the responsible user is demo. So I will update the language, Arabic, and let me print in Arabic. Okay, let me see. So here you can see it is now giving us the result in Arabic, which is the language where we have added a translation for. And that's the magic of context in Odoo, a simple dictionary that can make your code more dynamic, multi-language, and user-friendly. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I will see you in the next video. If you want to see such videos, such interesting videos, please comment your ideas. And also, if you have any other use of the context in Odoo, so please share in the comment section. Thank you.